which one is more of the red flag. Going to a backyard shed to get your Botox, or spending $325 on 62 units of Botox. Y'all, we gotta talk. Tell me y'all saw the newest story about Rosamena, who owned some med spa. She was clearly unlicensed and unprofessional. She caused the patient to get facial paralysis, and she was in the backyard slanging Botox. Tell me y'all heard about that. Now, I don't even want to get on Rose's case, because I feel like we all know that as long as it's so easy and accessible to just open up a med spa, okay, it's going to continue to happen. And there's going to be always people who are going to try to beat the system and yada, yada, yada. Y'all know that, right? At some point, we do have to hold these patients accountable, because I mean, you had all the red flags. The red flags were there, yet you still decided to go to this lady's speedy recovery. But at the same time, y'all, this is why I tell my clients all the time, you have to talk about your value. Lead with value, because if people see the value in what you do, they'll be more willing to invest. They're not trying to take shortcuts, because we all know that when it comes to your med spa treatments anyways, you shouldn't be trying to cut corners. So this should be something that is always at the forefront of your marketing strategy, is lead in with value. Talk about your technique. Maybe you prefer to use a cannula for everything. I once worked with a client, and she would use a cannula for everything, all injections, not just filler, right? And I would ask her, like, why? Tell me why. Talk about that stuff, because people love that type of stuff. Maybe you like Sculptra, maybe you don't like Sculptra. All of these things showcase your value, and it puts more of a tone out there and a narrative to the world that yes, you need to invest in your med spa treatments, invest in yourself. Meanwhile, you got people like Rosa out here just messing up the industry. So again, I want y'all to take away from this, if you are a medical provider, aesthetics provider, take this away from this. Lead with value. Showing value should be the forefront of your marketing strategy, again, because when people see the value, you will have no problem with getting them to invest accordingly.